2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to Philadelphia, everyone, as the 76ers get ready to defend home court in the Eastern Conference. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. And let's get a quick pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jason Kidd.
Well, guys, when I asked him what...
Okay, David, thanks. Great guards battling it out tonight, Brent. Who was the thorn in your side at the guard position back when you were playing?
Two guys for me come to mind, Kevin. One is a guy that's in the Hall of Fame. I think you might remember him. His name is Allen Iverson. And I specifically...
yes, I do recall him.
You heard about that guy. I remember specifically one time where Gary Payton and I, playing in the Seattle backcourt, had prepped for a game where he was going to take AI, I was going to guard Eric Snow, and I was thanking the heavens that that was the case for that night. We got to the game. Gary Payton turned to me at the jump ball and said, "You take AI." That's not fun.
No. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Russell is out there with Malone. Then there's McHale. Then there's Havlicek. And it's Stockton in at the point guard. Now here's Malone. And a missed layup.
I like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Kevin McHale. The 76ers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. Two shots.
That's good from Irving.
When the Bucks ownership changed just a few years back, you could feel that there was a change for the direction of this basketball club, and they're much more focused on building from the draft, taking a lot of young players that have tremendous potential and seeing where they can go. They're doing everything they can to make this a great free agent destination. The new arena will help that.
And so he makes both from the line. And with the Bucks in this current ownership approach, you can really see it off the court as well. They've done a great job of reaching out to the community.
Love the investment that they've made in the team. The new downtown arena is coming along. The rebrand looks awesome. I love the new logo and the color scheme that they play with and the court. A lot of attention to the details, and they've put together a pretty exciting young roster. That's the most important part.
Jordan against Havlicek. Shoots from the elbow. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Jordan's got his first points in this one. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's McHale. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Irving with it, and it's McHale picking him up. Second chance shot, and Johnson puts it in.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
And stolen by Irving. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Passes it to Ewing. Johnson the screen. Ewing kicks to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Malone with the block. On the wing, Havlicek. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
Johnson, the pass to Barkley. Back to Johnson. Outside Irving. Screen by Barkley. Irving kicks to Jordan. Shoots over Havlicek. Jordan's shot is off.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Three-pointer from Stockton. Sinks the triple. Stockton's got his first 3 points of the game.
and they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Irving with it, and it's McHale picking him up. McHale against Irving, and that one is off. McHale with some nice D. Russell, a screen on Johnson. Screen by Russell. Havlicek dishes to Russell. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And the 76ers with some changes. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Ewing. Worthy comes in for Barkley. Jason Kidd is subbed in for Jordan. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Miller comes in for Havlicek.
Always take time to think about Jason Kidd and his career, having played against him in high school in the Bay Area in Oakland as he was a star of St. Joseph's. There's no question that back then he had the acumen and the intellect to be a coach. Was always that on the floor during his career, and doing it now in Milwaukee.
Here is Stockton following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. 1:25 left in the first quarter. Nowitzki with the screen on Johnson. Off the screen. Basket counts.
The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
Pass to Irving. Kidd against Miller. Kidd, good. Kidd's got his first bucket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Stockton kicks to McHale. Over Irving. And McHale the basket on the assist by Stockton.
Well, I have no idea how he made that, but hey, sometimes a little bit of luck helps.
Stockton against Johnson. Pass to Kidd. There's the pick. Right side Worthy. The rebound by the Bucks.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Malone. The rebound by Worthy.
Got to get out his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
Johnson, the pass to Cousins. Over Nowitzki. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Cousins has got 6.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. 76ers lead by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
I mean, really good with their post presence, and it's really allowed them to establish a physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment. Then you start playing inside out.
The 76ers leading by 5, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Bucks. They've got Malone. Jackson is out there with Parker. Then it's Miller, and it's Nowitzki in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Kidd. Over Jackson. The second effort, Cousins. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Nowitzki a screen. Parker kicks to Miller. To the middle. Here's Malone. And the jam by Karl Malone.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Kidd. Back to Johnson. Outside Kidd. He kicks to Cousins. 76ers moving the ball around. He gets that one. Cousins has got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia. Brent, when you played, you were able to score in a variety of ways. Which do you think you were better, shooting off the catch or off the dribble?
There's no doubt that shooting off the catch, Kevin, was much easier for me. I love the fact that I could get my feet set, start to anticipate when the ball was coming, who the ball was coming from, and then establish my own rhythm for each of those opportunities to cast away at the rim.
I would think, though, you get rhythm by working off the dribble, too.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be able to do that, but I oftentimes use that dribble to maybe create another opportunity for a teammate. And then the other idea, Kevin, is if you're a great catch-and-shoot player, the pump fake and one dribble in, that's something you have to perfect to keep the defense honest in terms of their closeouts.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Inside. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
And that's just too easy, too big, too far inside. And that's as simple as it gets.
Miller against Worthy. Nowitzki a screen. Miller, that's for 2. The shot that time, not on target. And Philadelphia the other way now. Jackson against Kidd. Screen by Cousins. Kidd kicks to Davis. He dishes it to Johnson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Parker outside. Jackson against Kidd. Nowitzki sets a screen for Jackson. Pulls up. That shot off. Good defense by Kidd. He feeds it to Cousins. Davis against Malone. And it's Davis missing. Bucks trail by 9. Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set. And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
The putback. Here's Malone. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Malone's got 6 points in the quarter. Floats it up for Cousins. But they recover it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Ewing's checked in for Cousins. Barkley comes in for Anthony Davis. Irving's checked in for James Worthy. And it's Jordan in for Johnson. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Russell, he's checked in for Malone. McHale comes in for Miller. Havlicek, he's checked in for Jackson. And Stockton subbed in for Tony Parker. Rejected by McHale. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Kidd against Stockton. Here's Ewing. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
For Philadelphia, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
2 shots.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Stockton. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the half. Now the dish to Havlicek. 4 seconds left. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Bucks ball.
Off the inbound, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
You like to finish things on a positive note, and he times that one beautifully.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. Their play in the second quarter was inspired as they turned what had been a tight contest into a 10-point ball game by the time we reached halftime. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They are definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you.
The beautiful skyline of downtown Philadelphia, all lit up, pressed up, and ready to go. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
Efficient so far with the shots that he's taken. His contributions have been fantastic.
The 76ers leading by 10. Jordan is out there with Johnson. Then it's Barkley. Then there's Ewing. And it's Irving in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Now, here is Irving. Back to Johnson from outside the arc. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. 10 points for Johnson.
The defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
Stockton dishes to McHale. And that one comes up a bit short.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Brent, 15th overall is where you were drafted, right in the middle of the first round. A very nice place to be. Talk about the nerves waiting for your name to be finally called by the commissioner on that podium.
Well, Kevin, I wasn't nervous, and I'll tell you why. Actually, I was nervous, and it was more about the captain landing the plane. You and I have shared it again. During that draft, I was actually on an airplane and did not see one moment of the NBA draft in 1996. So my biggest nerves were that the pilot was going to bring the plane down safely, and then I watched the draft on VCR about 2 hours later.
No kidding.
That's the truth.
Wow.
So the best part about that, Kevin, I'll tell you this, is the fast forward button.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't the first pick. We could fast forward that, or the second, or the third, and we got to that 15th pick, and what an honor to have my name called in the first round of the NBA draft.
An honor indeed. Now, here is Havlicek. 5 to shoot. Russell kicks to Havlicek. Launches a 3. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. And the 76ers making a change here. Yao's checked back in. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The 76ers leading by 13. Johnson with it. 10 points for him. The pass to Yao. He's off on that one. Nice D from Russell. Stockton passes to Russell. Back to McHale. Malone outside. Russell kicks to Stockton. Just 4 to shoot. The teardrop falls in. Stockton's got 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. You gotta like what Magic Johnson has done in this game.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Jason Kidd's checked in for Philadelphia. Miller's checked in for the Bucks. Bucks trail by 13. There's a screen by McHale. Feeds it to Stockton. Over Kidd. Russell. And it's Russell with that extra effort.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Pick by Yao. Knocked away and stolen by Russell. Kidd against Stockton. Kicks to Havlicek. Russell a screen on Jordan. Here's Havlicek. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Havlicek's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got in just enough room to get that shot off.
Kidd dishes the Barkley over McHale. A rebound by the Bucks. Russell's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Miller. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor, and I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1. The 76ers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And some changes here for the 76ers. Davis comes in for Barkley. And James Worthy is subbed in for Jason Kidd. Milwaukee also making some changes. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for McHale. And Parker's subbed in for John Stockton. Well, Brent, the Bucks, the past few seasons, have had a problem threatening teams from deep.
Now, with the way the NBA is going, you're going to have to find a threat out there. Now, can it come from within? Can one of their players develop that three-point shooting touch, a guy that they rely on a ton? Or will they be able to go out and sign a sharpshooter to help improve the versatility of their offensive roster?
Here's Jordan, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. Worthy with the bucket. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Parker kicks to Nowitzki. Over Davis. Back to Parker. Dishes it to Havlicek. Over Jordan. Great D that time from Jordan. And so it's Philadelphia enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
Hey, understand, so we're missing shots we normally do.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Bucks trail by 12, setting the floor for the Bucks. Havlicek is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Russell. Then there's Parker, and it's Jackson in at the 2-guard. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Brent, when some guys slam it home, they treat it like a normal play. Who are some of the guys that use the dunk as a tactic to fire up their teammates?
Well, I think we have some guys who are really spectacular when they finish, Kevin. Certainly anytime Blake Griffin gets to the rim, or DeAndre Jordan, where seemingly his head's up in there and slams it down, it fires up the crowd. But most of the time, it's the little guys that get you going the most. On the fast break, all of a sudden the ball gets to somebody on the wing, and to watch a little guy get up in the air with somebody underneath him and throw it down, that gets everybody off the bench and fired up.
So unexpected, Brent. That's a great point. And the second free throw, good. Philadelphia leading by 11. And here is Jordan. The feed to Davis. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Tips it. Davis on the follow.
That play was all about AD and his hustle. Just a great job snagging that board and dropping it in.
Jackson against Jordan. Russell a screen on Worthy. And stolen by Worthy. The finish. And Worthy throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
They get the rebound, and Russell gets it to go.
And that is one thing he does very well. His intensity on the glass helps lead to these high percentage putbacks for his team.
Outside Irving. It's Davis on the wing. Parker with the steal. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Screen by Russell. Parker kicks to Russell. There's a screen. Passes it to Havlicek. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Timeout called the 76ers. And some changes here for the 76ers. Barkley, he's checked in for Davis, and it's Johnson in for Worthy. The Bucks also changing it up. Karl Malone's checked in for Nowitzki. McHale comes in for Jackson. And Stockton subbed in for Parker. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He told them, put your foot on their neck. Take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the play, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Now, here is Havlicek. After Julius Erving's miss, Jordan against Havlicek. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Havlicek's got it back down to single digits for the Bucks. Johnson outside. Pass to Irving. Shoots from 14. No good from Ewing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Now here's Jordan. Barkley the pass to Johnson. Back to Barkley. He kicks it to Jordan. Here's Ewing. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the 76ers lead by 10. The Bucks shooting the ball at 42%. Stockton kicks to Havlicek. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Ewing. Outside Irving. It's Ewing high post. Johnson outside. Screen by Barkley. Jordan kicks to Ewing. And it's sent back by Russell. Here's Havlicek. Knocks down the 3-ball. Havlicek's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
This guy is looking for some life preservers. He needs more help. He's playing well, but his teammates have to pick up the slack here.
Ewing dishes to Johnson. Pass to Barkley. 7-foot shot. He can't get that one. And the Bucks with possession. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Russell kicks to Stockton. His 3-pointers off the mark. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Johnson, the pass to Jordan. The screen from Ewing. Johnson down low. He's covered by Stockton, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
Our timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 10. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, just trying to salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum heading into the next one.
Well, it's all about doing your best with the time that you've been given. It's the only thing really that you can control as a player. So let's see what they decide to run.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jackson misses. Johnson outside. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is